What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And today we're going to be doing an upper body workout and a grocery haul. So I'm actually really excited because I don't really train upper body super intense, super often anymore. It's just one of those things where my shoulders, my back, my arms tend to grow a lot easier than my glutes. That's why I train my glutes more often and a lot harder than you'll see me train upper body. But I do like to make sure I maintain my joint strength and just some functionality with my upper body, maintain my core strength. I don't want to really accumulate any imbalances. As I kind of scale back with the upper body training, it's important to stay healthy and strong anyway. So you'll see me use a little bit of different technique. Not so much the progressive overload, but more just kind of stabilization, some isometric holds, and some other fun stuff. So I'm excited to show that to you, and then we'll show you kind of what I'm eating. Also, by the time you see this, I might have started prep. So I did have a call with my coach, Paul Ravella, and we've been in off season, kind of getting settled, relaxing, enjoying life. And I'm kind of getting like amped up and ready to go again. So we'll be starting prep relatively soon. I'll be checking in next week and we're gonna get the ball rolling. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, as always, I never skip a warm up. It's just one of those things that obviously can help you get a better workout, but it does decrease risk of injury. And just, you wanna make sure that as you're progressing in your training, you're keeping your body healthy. So we're gonna get warmed up. Just some light band stuff. You can get these, I got these at Target, but you can get them on Amazon. This one's a medium strength. And I'm just gonna get some lateral raises. I like a little hold at the top of the movement to just get some blood flow there. Then I like to go up over my head. And you want to feel not like you're pushing out against the band as much, but more so with your elbows pulling down. And you'll let your hands separate. And we're just going to go up with some overhead press. You don't want so much tension in the band that you can't bring your arms out as you go over your head. You don't want your hands too close together, because I think, yeah, it just makes it a lot harder. And just control the movement as you come out. You want tension in the band, and as the tension decreases, you want to maintain that lateral pull. But that's it. We're nice and warmed up. Let's do some around the worlds. Next warm-up exercise is going to be the around the worlds. I like to do them with my pinkies out and come up. I think a lot of the time people think they're just kind of like going like this, and it does matter where you originate the movement and where you finish. So they are technically lateral raise movements, getting that middle delt engaged, a little bit of front delt, but still just working on getting the shoulder joint warm and ready to go. Starting to burn. I lost track of how many I was doing, but we'll take a break. All right, so shoulders, anytime I'm hitting shoulders or really any upper body, I love to get the rear delt first. So that's that fun muscle that when you get lean, you can see it obviously, but you can't see it right now because they're a little fluffy, but it's fine. So I like to do them either seated or standing, but today we're gonna do them standing. You're gonna get a nice hinge and pull from the elbows. Usually do about 15 of these. Then we're gonna do dumbbell overhead press. I don't really know how much detail we're gonna go into. So I like doing one heavier compound movement for upper body just because that's really the only fun I get to have with some progressive overload with upper body. So I do focus it mostly on overhead press. Other variations I like are barbell overhead press, Smith machine overhead press, and other like overhead press machines. I just enjoy them. It's a fun movement to kind of feel strong at, but they do help you build some bolder shoulders. So I do recommend you incorporate these. Get a little warm-up set to 10. Okay. 15's felt good. A lot of the times I'll use warm-up sets with exercises like this, like heavier compound movements or just obviously heavier upper body row movements. I like to do a warm-up set to kind of gauge my strength for the day, because honestly sometimes you feel like extra strong girl, sometimes you just aren't feeling it. So I kind of like to get in the groove with like a comfortable weight and kind of see how 10, 12 reps feels, and then I'll go into my working sets. So we're gonna go for 8, this is 25 pounds. Really not super strong, to be honest. With a lot of upper body movements, I just look strong. So, ooh, 25s feel heavy. I've been on deck, let me save my piece, let me talk my shit. Look, I'm so red at the flare, make you squint. I've been on edge, I've been living too quick. I can't get it. It's all in my reach. No, I've been living too fast. Look in my eyes and ooh. Yeah, I felt it. That felt like something. Yeah. This will be my last, is just 2 big working sets, honestly, for this one. Yep. So now we're gonna do some lateral raises. I just love, honestly, this exercise because I feel like I get such a good pump. I'd like to start off with a heavier compound movement so that I'm not already so fatigued and like obviously hurting myself. So now that we finished that one, got that out of the way, we're gonna do lateral raises, higher rep ranges, maybe do some drop sets. I sometimes kind of just see how I feel about things. If I have some, when I have some fun with it, I might add in a drop set or a set to Philly or something like that. So let's get to it. We can't talk about why I'm still wearing my belt though, because so yes, we are going a lot lighter. I'm pretty much done with like super heavy stuff until we do some rows, but I like to wear my belt almost as a reminder, not to necessarily brace and push out against it, where I'm like, I don't know if you can see like me pushing out. I like to keep everything tucked away from the belt, really just as a reminder to control my core. Obviously, waist size isn't everything, but with a very specific physique goal, being a bikini competitor, those ratios matter. So we just don't want things to get blown out. We want everything to stay nice and tight. I'm gonna go for 12 now. We did 15 with the 8 pounds. We're gonna go for 12 with the 10. We have more. Come on. 13. Yep. 15. Okay. So I usually don't do more than 10 pounds with lateral raises, just because, again, you lift heavier weights. I don't target the progressive overload with upper body because I'm not trying to grow it. I'm just trying to maintain. So I'm just really here to get a good pump. All right, so this is the last, well, few sets of lateral raises. Like I said, we're gonna do a drop set today. And I'm pretty much just gonna do, we're gonna go for 15 again, and then we're gonna go for 15 and 15. So you can see I have the dumbbells lined up. We're gonna get after it. If I fail before 15, I fail, I'll just drop it and go to the next one. Okay. Yep. Okay. Partials. Okay. That wasn't even close to 15, 15, and 15. But we got a nice pump going. Yeah. Feeling big. Feeling juicy. Now we're gonna do front raises. I also mix these up a lot, so sometimes I'll do it with dumbbells, sometimes I'll do with cables, sometimes I'll use the Easy Bar curl machine, the Easy Bar that's already preloaded, or a plate, but I'm feeling dumbbells today, so.
I turn them to vegan. I'm really a creature. She sent me the beacon. I beat it and fled. They told all these niggas won't beat me. They can't. I'm someone.
Oh God. This is like kind of one way I like to do upper. I didn't realize that that might be good to do 2 extra days because I do some fun cable stuff too. Sometimes I like to mix it up with cables versus dumbbells or machines. So we might just make that a whole other video. I was gonna try to squeeze it all into this one, but I don't think. I think it'd be better if we do it another day. So yeah. To the people that knew me and traded sides. I'm out of dole, I've been taking mines. Niggas scared of the heights that I'm reaching for. Don't even know what you're reaching towards. Don't even know what you're reaching for. I really went from wearing rags on me to his racks on me. First class, they ain't got a pat on me. Let the chain dangle, bitch, I'm raiding the mainframe. Turn my pain into pain on the canvas. Okay, well, I told you guys, I think in the last video, I like to test out if I'm using different machines than like my usual norm. A lot of them are calibrated a lot differently, so I'll just make sure 50 pounds feels like what I think it feels like, and then I'll get after it. You keep the spine neutral, don't let it curve out like that. It feels good. All right, me training upper body, really not all that exciting because I don't really go super hard. It's really just to feel it, get good blood flow, and keep my body healthy. Make sure everything still works. I honestly think that row variations are just really good for maintaining your core strength, which is why I love them. Make sure you retract those scapulas. You don't want to kind of just like pull in like this. You want to make sure rear back, it's all lats. Maybe a little bit of rear delts. Yep, still small. All right, we're just gonna rep it out. M-rap, as many reps as possible. Yep, that's it. Next. All right, so we're actually almost done with today's upper body session. I know. So what we're gonna do is some arms, just like another, just a little pump, just some maintenance work. So I like to kind of superset arms because again, I'm not really going that hard and I just really want the blood flow. So we're gonna do Easy Bar bicep curl. I like the curled one. I don't like the straight one because of the way that the angle is set up with the hands. We'll do 15 of these and then honestly just see how I feel, probably 12 to 15 hammer curl also. When you're doing dumbbell curls too, or bicep curls at all, it's really important you don't let your elbows kind of just like go all over the place. Nice controlled tension all in that bicep. You don't want them too far in front too. That's just different variations, but we're just going for a strict bicep curl. All that talking, I totally lost count, but we're just gonna go until it hurts again. That's probably 15. I don't know. Hammer curls. Ooh, that already sucks. Okay. Phew. So big. What's that guy's name? Dom Mazzetti or something? You know, he's like one of those, like, he trolls, like, every time he says super, like, when I say superset, all I think about is how he says superset.
Superset. Superset. But what is a superset really? Technically, a superset is a set performed immediately after another set with no rest in between.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. Because then he'll like go grab something like someone else is using, you like take it and he's like fucking repping out.
Superset. Some of these.
Reset.
I've been on deck, let me save my piece, let me talk my shit. Look, I'm so red at the flare, make you squint. I've been on edge, I've been living too quick. I can't get a sleep.
Bro, these are so much harder today. Okay, that's it. That definitely wasn't the amount of reps I said we were gonna do, but we got the job done, so. It's just demos. I love to hate these, hate to love these, whatever you want to call it. Overhead tricep extensions. So I like to do them with one dumbbell. You can do them unilaterally as well, but I like to do bilateral. And just
Yeah. Wait.
oh, that burns so good. That hurts. Yeah. So. No, we're feeling it. Okay, so that is the end of the workout, but girls gotta eat. We gotta restock the fridge, so we're gonna head to the grocery store and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a grocery haul. Let's go. Are we rolling? Why do I do this? Like action. All right, guys, so we are ready for a grocery haul. I love Sprouts grocery store. Their pre-made grilled chicken is really, really good, and they have really good shrimp here. Those are my two main protein sources that are for like non-breakfast foods. I do love ground beef. It's just not something I eat like every single day, every single week. I like to kind of mix it in, you know, here and there. But I guess let's get to grocery shopping. I really hope we don't get kicked out of here. But I told Nico, I said, if we do get in trouble, I never come to this one, so I'll never come back. But let's see. I actually don't like making chicken because I don't have a functioning grill, and I just feel like it's just not good any other way you make it. I could also just be making it wrong, so either way, I just leave it up to someone else. I also like to get the shredded chicken, the white and dark meat, just because a little fine meat makes it a little juicy, a little more flavorful. But just something to share with you guys. One of the reasons or benefits of having a very consistent diet is I feel like when you go to the grocery store, you can be very overwhelmed by all the options, especially if you are doing a more flexible approach to dieting. If you're on a meal plan or something a little bit more strict and like this is what you have to eat every single day, every week, it's a little easier, but I don't find that the most sustainable approach for like long term. Like say you're not dieting for a show and you just are trying to lose some weight and you just are trying to make better food options. having a set kind of like menu for yourself, food you know you're gonna be going for every single time you go to the grocery store, makes it a lot less time consuming because you're not strolling around the aisles trying to figure out what you're gonna eat for that week. I just call them like staple food items. So we got the chicken, let's go find some carbs. All right, I lied. We're not finding carbs yet. We have one more protein source. I love shrimp. They're just lower fat, which makes them a lower calorie. Obviously, if you're allergic to shellfish or you don't like seafood, not the best option for you. But and they're easy to kind of just like mix with just about any carb source. So that's my leaner protein option. I try to find some that are already shelled and ready to go because honestly, that whole process is kind of annoying and that is time consuming, but I don't like smaller shrimp. I like the really big ones because they just, especially when calories get low, like if I am deep in a contest prep, seeing larger food volume is just sometimes more satisfying. So fat shrimp it is. So this is one of my favorite sections of the store. I love berries. I feel like, me personally, I'm a little more sensitive to higher fiber. Oh my gosh, actually these are my favorite ones. So I'm gonna swap these out. They're just sweeter. So, but those are my favorite way to get fiber in my diet. So I usually try to have at least one serving of berries a day. Also vitamins, minerals, things you need to like support your healthy immune system, etc., etc. Health. So I also love bananas. They're a great carb source too, and when you have the carbohydrates, I usually have about one a day just because they're just so tasty. So veggies can also be a little time consuming to prep, so I usually find ones that are maybe already packaged fresh. The other easy option is frozen, but I prefer more fresh veggies just because fresh is better. But if I'm really feeling lazy that week, I'll just grab some frozen veggies and then I'll prep them in the microwave. So this is what I was talking about, like the fresh veggies that come in a pack. You can microwave them, and then what I'll do is once they're cooked in the microwave, I'll cook them a little bit in the air fryer after with some seasoning, and it just makes the outside a little extra crispy where the inside's still a little bit soft, and they're just extra good. So carrots have been like one of my obsessions lately. They're also just really high in vitamins, so that's why I love them. Okay, I do love, if I'm gonna get like ones that are already frozen, this is my favorite pack to get just because I love the flavors. And then I love corn also just because it adds a lot of really good flavor and more volume. So I'll usually mix it with like rice or potatoes or something, and it's just a really easy side. And obviously I'm not gonna eat the whole thing in one sitting, so I'll just store the rest for later. We got rice, y'all. All right, if I'm feeling lazy, I will just get like the packs just because they're so convenient. But I do eat a lot of rice. It's just like one of my favorite carb sources because it's so fast at digesting and just easy. It's just an easy food to consume, and it just goes with everything. So I like jasmine rice personally, but I also just don't love, personally, because obviously there's different types of rice, but I feel like brown rice is just a little harsh on my digestive system. It's a higher fiber rice, and I just usually want something that's going to kind of be easily absorbed, easily digested. So jasmine it is. I did, thank you. We need those to get home. All right, you guys, that's it for this video. You saw we got groceries, we trained upper body. Next time I see you, I think we're gonna do a glutes and legs day because I do things a little bit different as usual. So I'm excited to show you guys that one, but until next time, I'll see ya.